Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Stone. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Stone. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And here comes the Texans now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stone. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stone out left side here to Bryant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Stone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Stone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down, Stone completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stone, and incomplete here on 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the Titans getting set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can...
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing on first down. Stone. And that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Operating from the gun. Stone. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Stone, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Come on, let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on second down. Stone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Stone. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Dorsett on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gross. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Stone. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, Stone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Stone. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stone. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Stone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Stone. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Stone. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Stone. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Stone. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
It's a 45-yard punt. 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Stone finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
To throw on second down. Stone. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stone. He completes it to Bryant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stone looking deep down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 39 that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw on 2nd down. Stone. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun. Stone. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now look at him go. Time for the Titans. 77 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Green, 39.
They run it again with Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stone. Shark's got it left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Now let's go. 319. 319.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Titans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.